Cesar Almeida showed very poor takedown defense and even worse get-ups, as I was expecting him to utilize those get-ups to get back to his feet and eventually start putting the striking pressure back on Roman Kopylov. Unfortunately, he was unable to do so in the second and third rounds, allowing Kopylov to win that matchup and forcing us to rip up our dog of the night ticket. It's very rough when you're not getting the fighter that you saw on tape, and everything I saw on tape from Almeida showcased that he is a guy that is able to quickly work back to the cage and get back to his feet and then get back to his striking prowess. For some reason, he was unable to do so against Kopylov. And like I said, we rip up the dog of the night ticket. We do rip up our ACA dog of the night ticket as well. So ultimately, we go 0-2 on dog of the night plays, -2 units and -100% ROI for this past weekend. And that now brings our yearly total to 18-39, -11.81 units and a -21% ROI. Absolutely atrocious. Absolutely atrocious. Really got to tone it in or hone it in with the dog of the night plays here to try to get back on track, get closer to that black, and hopefully into that profit. Obviously, I got another 3 dog of the night candidates for you guys here. The best place for you to find out which one I officially have gone with. Check out the Lock of the Night Patreon page in the description below, where I'll have the dog of the night, the lock of the night, as well as 5 regional events that I'll be breaking down this weekend. I'll have written breakdowns for those guys and dog of the night plays, lock of the night plays, and other plays for those events. I believe we have 3 on Friday, then we have another 2 plus the UFC on Saturday. An action-packed weekend. If you want access to all of that stuff, I'll be working my ass off all week to get you guys breakdowns. Check the link in the description below. With Alfred barking in the background, what better time to start off with the 3 dog of the night candidates I have for you guys here. The first of which is going to be Thiago Moises, coming in at plus 105 as he goes up against Ludovic Klein, who's on a solid winning streak of his own. Klein has normally gone out there and utilized his low volume striking approach to hurt his opponents and then get them to the ground where he's able to grind them out and have good success from that top position. However, I think he's going to struggle to do that here against Thiago Moises, who is a very high-level BJJ black belt, but has been improving his striking as well, and I think we'll be able to see him stay more active than Klein here, touching up the lead leg, but maybe even mixing in that grappling-heavy approach where he should be able to control Klein, and I really thought he would be the favorite going into this matchup. The line is moving ever so slightly here, so maybe even by the time I release this video, he might end up being at pick'ems or as a favorite, but I do like Thiago Moises here at plus 105 as the first dog of the night candidate. The second one that I have for you guys here is going to be Dustin Stoltzfus, who comes in at plus 220. He's going up against Bruno, who's one of my favorite fighters on the roster, but the line is clearly too wide in this spot. Fajeda is a power puncher who loves to crash the pocket and put his opponents away, but also has a BJJ black belt where he can take opponents to the ground and smash them from that top position. But Stoltzfus showed in his last fight against Punahele Soriano that he is very capable of having very high-level performances. He has good shots down the pipe, and he has a BJJ black belt in his own right where he's able to take opponents to the ground and strangle them from the top position too, or by taking their back. I think we'll see him utilize his size and reach advantage here, traverse the cage well, land those straight shots down the pipe while Fajeda is looking to land those winging shots, and then from there, he should start to wear on Fajeda, slow the Brazilian down, and eventually either get him out of there late or pitter-patter his way to a decision victory. But at plus 220, definitely worth a dog shot in my opinion. The third and final dog of the night candidate is going to be Jared Cannonier in the main event, coming in at plus 105, going up against the French striker Nassourdine Imavov. Jared Cannonier is 40 years old now, but showcased last time around against Marvin Vettori that he is still very capable of going out there and having high-level performances. He's a power striker, but does a good job in terms of mixing in the grappling when he sees the openings, and he does a good job in terms of keeping pressure on his opponents and exploding with his power counters to hurt his opponents and either put them away, hurt them badly, or translate to a level change and get them to the ground. He's very well coached, as we know from the MMA Lab and John Crouch and those guys, and he has a ton of experience. And adding the fact at middleweight, he is 7-2 with his only losses coming at the hands of a former champion Israel Adesanya and another former champion and Robert Whittaker in a fight where he was injured, I believe, halfway through that matchup. Cannonier does not get the respect he normally deserves, and I think will showcase why this weekend once again as he goes out there and pulls off a second straight upset, just like he did against Marvin Vettori last year. I expect him to do the same thing here against Nassourdine Imavov. Which of these three do I go with as my official dog of the night play? Check out the Lock of the Night Patreon page for that answer. Otherwise, I will see you guys tomorrow for the quick picks version of the UFC Louisville breakdown. See you guys then. Peace.